To our partners from the Economic Research Institute for ASEAN and East Asia, the UP Statistical Research Center Research Foundation, our colleagues in the government, stakeholders from industry, members of the academic community, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. Puro pala matatalino tao dito. The completion of the Gas Policy Development Project Phase 3 marks an important institutional milestone. It is a meaningful step in building a stronger, more disciplined, and future-ready foundation for the country's natural gas sector. It shows that as we pursue energy security and a more resilient energy future, we are also doing the necessary work of building the rules, systems, and capacities that will allow that future to stand firmly on the ground. At a time when global energy markets remain volatile and supply security continues to be tested, the Philippines must move with clarity, discipline, and purpose. In that effort, natural gas plays a strategically significant role in strengthening system stability and bridging the country towards a renewable energy landscape. You know what? The more we study renewable energy mix in the country, the more renewable energy we target. In simple terms, the more gas we need. It's only we need mid-merit, and the best characteristics that we found are in gas-fired power plants. Okay, this is a really important activity that you have. This will, renewable energy cannot survive on its own as per the technology that we have today. But that is why it goes hand in hand. If you want more renewable, you have to have more gas-fired power plants. A natural gas industry grows when investment interest is matched by policy clarity, credible regulation, sound planning, and strong institutions. It is precisely this foundation that GPDP Phase 3 has been built to deliver. Since its implementation, the project has helped strengthen the institutional and regulatory foundations of the downstream natural gas industry. It has turned policy direction to practical tools, tools that help make the sector safer, more coordinated, and more responsive to the realities of implementation. Ilang beses din ako natuto dito kay Rino kung anong ibig sabihin nito. I've had naka-crash course na ako ng policies nito. One, when we were doing we were doing the policy on the gas policy. In the end, I learned to skip this part, yung standards. But, and then after the policy, we issued the gas law, natural gas law was approved. And then less than 30 days later, we issued the IRR. That is by far the fastest IRR that was issued. No? Ganun kagaling yung grupo nila Rino. Today, we formally receive a set of key outputs that will help shape the next phase of natural gas development of the Philippines. First, the codes of standard practice, which adapt global standards to Philippine conditions and help ensure safety, reliability, and consistency across the LNG value chain. Second, agency-specific regulations, which help turn agency mandates into coordinated action by clarifying roles, aligning oversight, and reduce regulatory gaps. And third, the Integrated Inspection and Monitoring Manual, which promotes a more unified approach to compliance and strengthens coordination in its inspection and enforcement. The project's research outputs are equally foundational. The studies on natural gas demand in manufacturing zones, techno-economic feasibility, and environmental life cycle provide a clearer basis for policy, planning, and investment decisions. They help us better understand where natural gas can create value, where it can support industrial activity, and how it can be developed more responsibly and efficiently. These studies affirm that we have what we have long recognized. LNG can play a critical role in energy security, industrial growth, and emissions reduction, but only if we build the right systems around it. Beyond policy and research, GPDP Phase 3 invested in people through capacity building, knowledge sharing, and stronger institutional collaboration among government, industry, and the academe. These efforts are just as important as technical outputs themselves because they help ensure that the gains of this project are sustained in long-term and stronger institutions and more capable stakeholders. As we move forward, our task is clear. We must translate these outputs into action, into rules that are enforced, systems that work, and investments that move. This builds a natural gas sector that develops safely, efficiently, and in alignment with our long-term energy transition goals. We must continue to strengthen partnerships because energy security is never built in isolation. It is built through sustained coordination across government, industry, research institutions, development partners, and the wider energy community. I understand that this is a study on how to make sure that we have a safe ecosystem and an efficient ecosystem in natural gas. But this is just part of a bigger picture of having energy security in the Philippines. The upstream or the Exploration Bureau in the Department of Energy is pushing and pushing for more exploration in the Philippines. We are pushing for more. They have the most number of contracts in one go, 8 contracts last year. November 8, 2025, was signed by the President. This year is signing another 6 as of today, and more will come. So the whole campaign is not about just having more exploration in the Philippines. It's having a more secure and sovereign country. It's having a more secure, energy-wise, and sovereign country. Now, we do not depend in any other country to keep our lights going, to keep our cars going, and to make sure that we are not affected by other countries or other presidents of other countries. Let's say, for example, Trump. So this is a piece of a bigger picture. This is not just about keeping the regulations in place or making sure that it's a safe process, but it is part of making sure that each and every Filipino has lights every night, their kids can study, the hospitals are on, schools are open. It's because we want more diversification and we want more energy that is ours. And LNG, imported or indigenous, is just part of the whole system. Okay, this is how important it is. So in behalf of the Department of Energy, I really extend my sincere appreciation to IRIA, the UP Statistical Center Research Foundation, and all our partners, and most especially, I don't know who wrote the script, pero nakalimutan kung sinong pasalamatan. I want to thank ERDB, Energy Resource Development Bureau, Yusek Sales. Oo nga, nakalimutan ko eh. And all the ano pang bureau? OIMB pa, sa'yo pa. Kasama ka ba dyan? And OIMB, this is, sa kanilang project talaga to, OIMB, um, because they really put in a lot of effort in this and also in the other aspects of natural gas. No? So, naalala ko, sa sample lang ako. No? When we were talking about issuing the policy, and then I was just newly appointed, I think, October 8th, and I said, Rino, I want the policy out by, kailan ba, Rino? Or before pa nga ako na-appoint nun eh. I want it out by December. September. Gave them 2 months to finish the policy. And na-deliver naman nila kaagad eh. Di ko lang na-approve nga kaagad. But that is how dedicated the Bureau is to this endeavor. So for that, congratulations, Rino, and your team. Palakpakan niyo naman, palagi yan inaaway ng mga oil companies. Pangbawi lang. But for that, no, thank you very much for your cooperation. And now I hope we can move forward with stronger institutions, clearer direction, and a shared resolve so that we can deliver reliable, affordable, and cleaner energy for every Filipino. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po ang bagong Pilipinas. Salamat po.